Hello, everyone. No matter where you are in the world, whether the sun is on its way up or on its way down, I extend my warmest greetings to you all. My name is Abby Flaw, Associate Programs Manager at Watson Institute. It is an honor to welcome each and every one of you to the 2023 Venture Accelerator Summit. Today, we are here to celebrate extraordinary next-generation impact entrepreneurs who have ignited a fire for positive change within their global communities. Before we proceed, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of the program managers who have been steadfast advocates for these fellows over the past couple of months, Teal and Lalas. Thanks to their unwavering dedication, this program has become a reality, and we deeply value their commitment to our mission here at Watson. Let's hear from the superstars themselves. Teal, you have the floor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. And thanks, Evie, for that wonderful introduction. As Evie said, I'm Teal Vickery, and I'm the program manager for the Watson Institute's Venture Accelerator Program 2023. Before we get started today, I want to take the opportunity to reflect. As the fellows have heard me say countless times, reflection is one of the most valuable things we can do on our journey as social impact entrepreneurs. It's how we manage ourselves, it's how we grow, and it's how we ensure that we are making a sustainable and lasting impact on the communities that we serve. Throughout my professional career, I have had the honor of being a teacher and guide for countless communities, from classrooms in the Czech Republic to leadership development summits in the Mid-South to teacher training and professional development for high school teachers and college professors. But never have I met such driven, inspiring, and truly outstanding leaders as the entrepreneurs I have had the privilege to know in this year's Venture Accelerator. I first met this cohort at the Immersive in Boulder, Colorado, where I watched all of you form a close bond based on respect and understanding in just a matter of 7 days. The way you all courageously stand up for what you believe in, fiercely defend your cohort, and truly protect one another's courage is only something I have come to know as Watson magic. Over the past 16 weeks, we have learned from experts in the field on topics such as data and analytics, marketing, funding, and team management. We have heard from Impact Series teachers on their unique journeys in social impact entrepreneurship, and have had the chance to engage in transformative training sessions with renowned facilitators such as Kalina Silverman from Make Big Talk. Although the accelerator is ending today, in this lovely celebration, your journey with Watson has just begun. I know I speak for the entire Watson team when I say, we are all here for you and your ventures as they grow and the impact you have as social entrepreneurs continue. I'm so proud of all of you for what you have accomplished in just 16 weeks. I know that Lalas feels similarly about the fellows she had the honor of spending time with in China, and I will pass it over to her to share her thoughts with you at this time.
Hello everyone, I'm Lalas, the China Programs Manager for Watson Institute, and I'm so excited and grateful to be here with you today. With this amazing cohort and the largest cohort of in-life fellows in Watson's history. This summit, I believe, is definitely the highlight of this whole Venture Accelerator. I'm so excited. I was an in-life fellow myself back in 2017, and I'll never forget that day I was on the summit stage. And ever since 2019, I've been the program manager for the in-life fellowship. Thanks to you all, we're making an impact and providing accessibility to more talented youth interested in making a difference. This July, we held our very first Parallel China Immersive in Hangzhou, where half of the in-life fellowship cohort joined this Venture Accelerator from far away across the Pacific Ocean. We had such a wonderful and impactful week in China. We gathered not only fellows from the accelerator, but also some of our strongest alumni. Thanks to that immersive, living, sharing, and learning with each one of you. Truly, I believe you are all shining in your own way and contributing to your community in a very, very meaningful and powerful way. Therefore, congratulations. I have no doubt that you'll keep up the great work, and remember, this is not the end, but a brand new beginning. I'm so looking forward to your pitches and seeing all that you accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Teal and Lalas. For this flagship program, we carefully curated a cohort that embodies a rich tapestry of diversity. While each fellow contributes their unique perspective, they all proudly identify as global citizens. So, I would love to know from the audience, where are you joining from today? Please drop the name of your country or the flag emoji in the chat. I am calling in from the sunny shores of Miami, USA. While you put your responses in the chat, I would like to share the incredible impact of Watson Institute. To date, Watson Institute's 447 fellows and alumni from 68 countries have raised over $185 million, created over 1,900 part or full-time jobs, and impacted over 10 million people around the world through the initiatives that they help lead. And wow, it looks like we have a global audience joining us today. Thank you so much for sharing. Here at Watson Institute, we take pride in nurturing the networks of these visionary entrepreneurs by connecting them with mentors, partners, and experts throughout their journey. I'd like to express our heartfelt gratitude to the partners who generously funded this cohort's Venture Accelerator. A massive thank you to Comcast NBC Universal for their support of our digital skills curriculum. A big shout out to Google Boulder for backing our mentor program. And a deep appreciation to the Venture Accelerator sponsors whose support plays a pivotal role empowering the fellowships that make up this program. Now, let's extend our appreciation to the mentors and Impact Series workshop presenters who enriched our fellows' knowledge through their lectures, one-on-one coffee chats, and workshops. And last, but certainly not least, we owe gratitude to our preceptors. They led our fellows through transformative modules that have propelled their ventures to the next level. Over the past 16 weeks, fellows have dedicated themselves to personal and professional growth. The sessions covered an array of topics from data and metrics, go-to-market strategies, securing funding, perfecting their pitch, which you'll witness today, and effective team management. Imagine the dedication it took to attend these weekly sessions, spanning from 7:30 a.m. in California to 10:30 p.m. in China. I want to commend each fellow for making it this far. Fellows, your journey has been incredible to witness, and I am thrilled to share that thanks to your unwavering resilience and yielding determination and commitment to a lifetime of making an impact, you have reached the pinnacle of your program, the summit. Now it is time to kick off the celebration. If any alumni are here, could you please help us get the party started by introducing yourself, sharing your venture, and telling us your graduation year in the chat. It is fantastic to see all of you here today. Now, as I pass the virtual spotlight to the fellows who are about to join us on stage, please remember to shower them with applause and words of encouragement in the chat. Now, on to our first presenter of Summit. Please welcome Serena. Serena, a Planet Tech Fellow, refused to let her community breathe polluted air any longer. She's the driving force behind a transformative initiative aimed at helping local governments achieve air quality standards. With her dedication and innovative solutions, Serena is capturing outdoor air pollution, which stands as the largest environmental threat to public health. So, if you're ready to breathe easier and live healthier, Serena is here to lead the way. Serena, the stage is yours.
My name's Serena Allen, and I'm CEO and co-founder of Air Vitalize, where we're helping local governments provide breathable outdoor air one city block at a time. We're starting by tackling the #1 environmental threat to public health, particulate matter pollution, which is responsible for 1 in 9 premature deaths per year. Expedited glacial melt, increased acidity of rain, and wildfires, which in turn generate even more particulate matter pollution. It's estimated that particulate matter pollution will take 2 years off each of our lives. Policymakers are putting billions of dollars into solving the air pollution crisis, but according to leading researchers, it is almost impossible that our current initiatives will meet the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I was one of these policymakers, creating air quality betterment initiatives, until a mother in Fairbanks, Alaska told me her son collapsed on the way to school because the outdoor air was so toxic he couldn't breathe. I realized we needed to act faster and find technologies that could work in synergy with policy in order to improve outdoor air quality. And from this idea, AirVitalize was born. Our flagship product, the Particulator, captures outdoor particulate matter pollution in one Manhattan-sized city block per day. A fan pulls in polluted air, the particles are ionized, sticking to the interior of the device, and only clean air exits the device. Compared to other products on the market, AirVitalize is the only product that is compact, cost-effective, electricity efficient, and filterless, meaning you will never have to replace a single part within the device. Our flagship market is local governments in the United States who are paying the Environmental Protection Agency tens of millions of dollars in fines because their outdoor air quality is so bad. There are 38 of such counties. Our business model for these local governments begins with a one-time installation fee that covers our cost of goods and manufacturing, and then a recurring monthly lease that covers all maintenance costs for the device. Because these maintenance costs are incredibly minimal, we operate at a 75% pure profit each month. This gives us an annual pure profit in these 38 counties of $810 million. We're looking to explore additional customer segment opportunities, such as corporate campuses and amusement parks. AirVitalize was founded in 2021, and we've been verifying our product market fit throughout 2022, which led us to our current product, which we began in 2023. Since then, we've tested 3 models and have filed our utility patent. We've also received letters of support and are looking to expand into getting more letters soon. In 2024, our plan is to have our product out in the field and have at least one contract out here in Fairbanks, Alaska, where I'm currently located, and then also in Los Angeles, where we're working closely with the Clean Tech Incubator currently. By the end of 2025, we want to have generated $1.5 million in revenue and then look to scale internationally because the particulate matter pollution crisis is truly a global issue. We're very grateful for our support so far and our experiences with the Watson Institute Venture Accelerator. We hope that you'll join us in our mission to improve outdoor air quality, and we're looking for help connecting with corporate sustainability officers, global health organizations, and anyone involved in the international air quality movement. We hope that you'll keep in contact by checking out our website, www.airvitalize.tech, where you can also subscribe to our monthly newsletter. We would like to thank the Watson Institute for supporting us on our mission to protect the planet's most vital resource, air. Thank you.
Thank you, Serena, for being an advocate for clean air for all. Up next, Segal, a Jane Strode Miller Fellow, is a visionary on a mission to harness the power of creativity and artistry in Somalia. She's a catalyst in leveraging the arts to illustrate what it means to be a Somali person in the 21st century. If you're ready to explore the boundless potential of art and culture, Segal is here to guide the way. Segal, the spotlight is on you.
Why does Somalia, once labeled the most dangerous country in the world, need art? Well, in a world where brushstrokes and pixels hold the power to ignite revolutions, the Somalia Arts Foundation, or SAF for short, the first ever contemporary art institution in Somalia, emerges as a vanguard of change, utilizing art to redefine negative norms and narratives in post-conflict Somalia. For over the past 30 years, Somalia has endured prolonged civil wars, humanitarian crises, and the growing burdens of extreme climate change. At SAF, we firmly believe that the arts have the power to alleviate the enduring physical and emotional scars of war in Somalia. The civil war has had detrimental impact on the country, and a recent World Health Organization study estimates that a whopping 76% of the Somali population suffers from mental and psychological disorders, making it one of the highest in the world. Furthermore, Somalia has one of the highest youth unemployment rates in the world at a staggering 67%, according to the United Nations Population Fund. Leading authorities in trauma healing emphasizes the profound impact of the arts in both individual recovery and community cohesion. Art provides a unique channel for survivors to express emotion, reinforcing resilience and promoting collective healing. We believe that developing the arts will offer transformative solutions, nurturing young talents will create jobs in various sectors, drive economic growth, while also preserving cultural identity and enhancing community well-being. As a result of the Civil War, I grew up in Copenhagen, Denmark as a refugee, and then in London as a diaspora. My otherness always with me, never quite at home. However, wherever I found a book, museum, a play, concerts, wherever I found creativity, I found understanding, I found compassion and belonging. Art made me feel at home in myself and in the world. My venture, the Somali Arts Foundation, or SAF, as we call it for short, is born from my lived experiences that art truly can make people's lives better. The real magic lies in how SAF uses art to dismantle barriers, heal wounds, and amplify unheard voices, while also sparking conversations that ripple through our society and beyond. Our canvas becomes a platform for marginalized stories, untold struggles, and forgotten triumphs. We follow a nonprofit model, focusing on our mission rather than financial gains alone. Our key revenue comes from partnering with organizations that are aligned with our mission. So far, we have partnered with a wide range of entities, such as these you see below. SAF has gained recognition both locally and internationally and has become a key player in promoting art and culture in Somalia and beyond. We have been featured in global news outlets such as the BBC, Voice of America, and True Africa, amongst others. We have successfully implemented over 20 projects, including thought-provoking exhibitions, impactful campaigns, and training programs. We invite you to become a catalyst of change with us. In order to operate properly, we need foundational financial support to meet our needs so that we're not solely dependent on short-term projects. We also need legal advice around registering our venture, both in the United Kingdom and the United States. Finally, we also need institutional capacity building at any levels of the organization. Together, let's paint a future where Somali society thrives and where art becomes a dynamic force that bridges divides and shapes a better world. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Sagal, for sharing your inspiring work. Before we embark on our next pitch, I would like to highlight how special it is to connect individuals across the globe in our virtual fellowship program, like Serena from California to Sagal working in Somalia. Our seamless connection could not have been possible without our program's coordinator, Uche. Uche has been the master coordinator behind our program, meticulously recording sessions, managing schedules, and ensuring the seamless global reach of the 2023 Venture Accelerator. Now, without further ado, let's hear from the tech mastermind herself, Uche.
Thank you for the heartening introduction, Evie. I've been loving listening and learning from the pitches so far, and I'm eagerly looking forward to the rest. My experience with the fellows has been incredibly cherishable, enjoying their module sessions and conversations we shared. For example, with Soraya and Ceci during the program Immersive, our conversations opened me to various perspectives and resources around navigating the social entrepreneurial space as women of color, and the importance of financial literacy for us to empower those coming after us. Likewise, the time spent with the cohort virtually has been nothing short of fantastic, simply because of the intentionality the fellows had with building a community across their borders. It makes me feel nostalgic about my experience as a Watson Institute Fellow as well. Fellows, I am confident you'll go up from here and hope you keep your passion and fiery curiosity to make a significant impact. Thank you.
Thank you, Uche. Watson is so lucky to have you as a member of our team. Now, I'm thrilled to announce Benji, a Mike and Christine Miles Fellow and local food advocate who's steering the restaurant community in Phoenix, Arizona towards a sustainable future. He's not just thinking locally, he's acting locally. Benji aims to reduce total reliance on interstate and global supply chain logistics by making use of readily available local produce. So, if you're ready to savor the flavors of your own backyard, Benji is here to show you the way. Benji, take the floor.
Hi, my name is Benji Gerst, and welcome to Farmway Produce Logistics. And before we begin, I just want you to imagine with me for a second that you're the owner of a restaurant right here in the Tucson area, and all of a sudden, disaster strikes. You're out of fresh tomatoes. What can you do? Half your dishes use tomatoes, and there are customers lining up the door ready to ask for some tomatoes. At this point in time, you only have two options. You can either stop selling your dishes that use tomatoes, which results in unhappy customers, confused waitstaff, maybe some bad reviews on your restaurant, or you can go to a grocery store and buy the tomatoes yourself, spending exorbitant amounts of money for tomatoes, and you leave the kitchen in the hands of your half-qualified staff for however long you're gone. Now, I've worked in the kitchen and restaurant industry for 6 years at over 4 different restaurants, and this is a problem that I've seen almost every single day. Fresh produce like fruits, veggies, herbs are especially vulnerable to this, and small restaurants have a really hard time gauging how much or how little produce to be buying on a given day. But what if there was a convenient way to get your produce delivered? What if there was a reliable way to have quality local produce right to your door, right when you needed it? What if there was a Farmway? So Farmway essentially acts like a DoorDash for restaurants. Restaurants will order through our app, and we partner with local farms to bring them that fresh produce right to their door right when they need it, at least less than 24 hours, and then we charge for the markup of convenience. So the different sort of customers that we've been interacting with that would be using Farmway is especially family-owned restaurants. They kind of differ on a qualitative and quantitative basis here. So obviously the order costs are what separate them, but the smaller ones care a lot more about cost and then the convenience. And then as we kind of move up in the scale of order sizes, it starts to become more about quality, reliability, and then proof of concept and seasonality. But of course, Farmway has the convenience and the customizability, partnered with using local produce. Who doesn't want local produce to fit all of these customers' needs right when they need it? So to begin, we're going to need about $50,000. This will cover first facility rent, our first vehicle, and then some other miscellaneous costs, such as supplying it with equipment, helping with the labor, and finishing off the website. And this is kind of how that money will get used and how Farmway will grow. With the first 6 months, we're going to be launching our website, preparing our Tucson facility, getting our first van, making sure that the customers that we validated with are all still on board. And then in the next 6 months, we launch, we start serving all of Tucson, and then the 4 founders of Farmway can fill every single role. In the next year, we can start to think about launching a second facility, maybe expanding the team, getting more vehicles, and then by years 2 and years 3, we're hoping to start evaluating moving into other areas, maybe in Arizona, maybe in California, start expanding the operations a little bit. So this is the team, myself, Benji Gerst. I have connections in the legal and startup industry, front and back and house management. But across the team, we have connections in B2B procurement, food storage, lean operations, and all 4 of us deeply care about helping with the food waste problem that is facing both the Tucson community and the greater America and the world community today. And so thank you very much for your time. Cost, quality, convenience. It's the Farmway.
Thank you, Benji. I'm looking forward to the day that Farmway makes its way to Miami. Next, meet Soraya, another Jane Strode Miller Fellow and changemaker tackling DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion challenges head-on in the small business sector. She addresses the lack of DEI infrastructure and provides entrepreneurs with the tools they need to build equitable companies from the ground up. Soraya is a true champion of fairness and opportunity. If you're ready to build a more inclusive future, Soraya is here to guide you. Soraya, it's your moment.
So my name is Soraya Walters, and I am the founder of Identity. We are the nonprofit bringing diversity, equity, and inclusion to the startup ecosystem. And this is my pitch on why we are making DEI possible for startups and small businesses. As an entrepreneurial college student, I did what many entrepreneurial college students do. I interned for 4 startups during my undergraduate year, 1 each summer. But at these startups, I was often the only woman and person of color. In these organizations, I experienced discrimination, microaggression, even biased reviews. And all of these impacted and affected my ability to thrive and truly feel as if I belonged at work. Now, these startups and small businesses were aligned on a couple of key factors, right? What makes the entrepreneurial ecosystem very special? They all promoted innovation and progress, a new way of doing things. They all created jobs and opportunities, which I benefited from as a young startup intern and college student. However, through all this progress, ironically, they failed to operate equitably and inclusively. The DEI conversations that were happening due to the onset of George Floyd's death were not happening within the startups I worked for, and that was a problem. But I'm wondering if you can relate. These issues, I believe, are at the core of the struggles faced by today's early stage entrepreneurs. Whether you're struggling to balance equity with business survival, whether you feel incompetent in the factors of inclusivity, or even if you lack the budget to run effective diversity programming, DEI matters. So how can we take these problems and truly make an impact? I understand that there is an unspoken disconnect that occurs with small businesses and startups when it comes to DEI. What is DEI? Diversity, we can liken this entire thing to a music and party analogy. Diversity is having your invitation, being invited to the party, being invited to show up. But equity is having your music played, feeling as if you're being represented at the table. While inclusion is being able to dance, taking all of that and embracing the experience and fully feeling as if you belong and can be authentic in that moment. Using all of these factors, we can combine them to form DEI. Now, why do I do this? I have a passion for racial equity and a track record of impactful leadership and advocacy. As a graduate of the Wharton School, an award-winning leader and advocate, and also a recognized early impact entrepreneur, I decided to be the change that I wish to seek in the world. Now, here's the solution. Introducing Identity, the nonprofit bringing DEI to the startup ecosystem. At Identity, diversity, equity, and inclusion is our DNA. Identity provides a digital community and educational platform for startup founders seeking to develop an inclusively equitable company culture. Now, through this, we started with a couple of core programs. Our Founder Fellowship, where we gathered founders who were like-minded, 20 approximately, to discuss diversity, equity, and inclusion topics each week in a live and interactive space. Furthermore, each founder was assigned a DEI mentor through our DEI mentorship program that helped them to go from knowledge and insights into action. And then we also had our module presenters, which were our instructors and teachers who dedicated their time to teach our founders the early anti-racist and DEI principles they needed to be inclusive entrepreneurs. And we built upon this by holding DEI career boot camps for our volunteer base to help them locate the startups and small businesses that they can eventually work for, whether as interns or full-time employees. Now, after validating this program model, the next step is to bring it to scale. Our renewed vision is to become the Khan Academy of diversity, equity, and inclusion. We want to become synonymous with DEI within the startup ecosystem and do what Khan Academy has done for education for entrepreneurs. Now, how will we do this, right? We have a multi-pronged approach to diversity, equity, inclusion. Through our interactive, digital, and accessible software, we will create a DEI education platform for founders that will give them all the courses, knowledge, community, and mentorship they need to take their inclusivity to the next level. Furthermore, we will also provide entrepreneurship funding and support for our founders to validate their desires to become inclusive entrepreneurs. Through our one-to-one financial model, supported by earned income from software and social enterprise. For each software subscription purchase, an underrepresented founder will be provided with a grant. We believe in investing in our entrepreneurs, especially the underrepresented ones, because they and their success will center DEI for future generations to come. Now, what are the steps to our software launch? We plan to leverage our existing community for presence and reach. We plan to galvanize all 200 plus of our community members to beta test and promote our new products. Pursue promotional partnerships with mission-aligned organizations and DEI practitioners, as well as create a Venture Scout program to continue growing our network of entrepreneurs and small business owners. How can you join and how can you help? There are a couple of things that we need to get to the next level. Number one, we need help with obtaining a chief technology officer to help us past our MVP stage to further scale and develop our product. Number two, you can join us in donating at identity.org to help us raise $50,000 to successfully execute our go-to-market and launch strategy. And number three, you can provide us with connections to accelerators and incubators to further support our work in the entrepreneurial ecosystem. At Identity, we bet on those creating a better future and workplace for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Soraya. Your passion is inspiring. As we enjoy these pitches, let's take a moment to acknowledge a remarkable individual who plays a pivotal role in our organization's growth and impact. Allow me to introduce Ariana, our Senior Director of Development. Ariana leads our global development efforts with a passionate commitment to building meaningful relationships and achieving the fundraising goals necessary to propel Watson's mission forward. Her dedication to expanding our reach and impact is truly commendable. So, without further delay, let's hear from Ariana.
Good morning, Evie. It's been wonderful to hear the fellows' pitches so far. The energy of this event is unmatched. I wanted to quickly jump on to extend a heartfelt thank you to our incredible partners who've not only made this event possible, but who provide the critical resources and funding to make the Venture Accelerator a reality for each fellow you've heard from so far and who you will hear from throughout the remainder of today's event. First and foremost, we are deeply grateful for Google Boulder's support of Watson Institute's Mentor Program. The Mentor Program supports the fellows to expand their network through brain trusts, impact series workshops, mentor bonanzas, and the Preceptor Advisory Board, each of which are programmatic elements of the Venture Accelerator. So thank you, Google Boulder. Secondly, we are extremely grateful for Comcast NBC Universal support of the digital skills curriculum that is integral to the Venture Accelerator. And finally, it is my honor to give a special shout out to our individual partners who sponsor fellowships for the participants who went through this year's program. The fellowship sponsorship enables the fellows to participate at no cost to them, which greatly reduces any barriers that they may face when applying to participate in Watson Institute. So without further ado, please join me in recognizing the individuals who have sponsored fellowships for this year's Venture Accelerator. Thank you to Enlight Foundation, Jane Miller, Watson Institute's incredible board chair, Mike and Christine Miles, Mike, who's also a member of Watson Institute's board of directors, Robin and Kevin Leff, Vamsi and Nirmala Sisla, Jim and Edie Hooten, and Steve Whitaker. Our team is deeply grateful for each of your support and partnership. So thank you and enjoy the rest of this year's summit.
Thank you, Ariana. You are one of a kind. Now, allow me to introduce Jennifer, an Enlight China Fellow who works to empower young women in China by building communities to stimulate authentic, long-lasting peer relationships and foster female leadership. If you're ready to join a supportive community of empowered women, Jennifer is here to lead the way. Jennifer, the stage is yours.
Hey everyone, this is Jennifer, and today I'm honored to introduce you to our project, Her Choice. I want to start by sharing a story told by our community member, Lily. She told me this story with the concept of 2 types of tears. She said that before she joined our community, she always felt isolated because she wanted to find out who she is, but no one around her understood it or supported it. So she felt all alone, and she also always cried in her own room. But after 2 months in our community, she said that she has a tear of joy because she can see her true self, and she knows that there's always going to be someone to support her and around her to help her achieve her own dream. So she has a tear of joy. We always witness these 2 types of tears in our community, I think because of the following reasons. The former here is because the struggle is so real, as women want to find out what really matters to us, who we really are, and what our own dream is. There are always pressures and demands from others to stop us or be a barrier to us to find out our own dream. So that's why we are building Her Choice to provide a support system for women so that we can explore ourselves and to achieve self-actualization. So with profound knowledges and series based on psychology and sociology and other areas, we're providing peer support, tools and knowledges, and a secure environment for women to take exercise, to find that confidence to make a real change, to take actions in their real life. So now we are providing themed camps, workshops, and coaching sessions for young women to explore their passions, to find their inner strengths and talents, and also to cultivate their self-care and self-love skills. And most importantly, to build a strong and meaningful bondings with all these women so we know that we are moving forward together as a community. Unlike our competitors, at Her Choice, we don't want our clients to rely on us. On the contrary, we want to help them to build a support system in their own life so they can be community leaders. We are sharing our knowledge and skill set with them so we can build a more decentralized female community altogether. We have a strong and dedicated team to working on this project for more than 2 years. Also are attracting young talents from all areas with their knowledge and experience to help women to achieve our own dreams. Since 2022, we are now providing more than 100 coaching hours, more than 50 community activities, more than 20 workshops, and we are currently running 4 themed camps for more than 1,000 participants around 40 cities in China. And we want to serve more. So we are now introducing a customizable memberships for young females to have affordable access to our community activities. We are also working with foundations and NGOs to build communities in their own field of work. And we want you to join our journey. If you want to build a highly connected community in your own area, please be a partner with us. And we sincerely invite you to support our scholarship program. For just $30,000, we can provide a themed camp to these young females. And for just $1,000, we can provide a year-long membership for one female to join our journey and to explore who she is and to achieve authentic living with our community. So please scan this QR code and I will be in touch. Thank you so much for your consideration and your listening.
Thank you, Jennifer, for providing a space for women to be their true, authentic selves. Why let the female empowerment stop there? Let's continue with a warm welcome to Kashe, a Jane Strobe Miller Fellow with a compassionate soul providing safe haven homes for traveling abortion patients. She understands the importance of access to healthcare and is dedicated to making a difference in the lives of those in need. Kashe is a beacon of hope in challenging times. If you're ready to support a crucial cause, Kashe is here to inspire you. Kashe, the floor is yours.
In today's shifting abortion landscape, the need for safe, discreet, and comfortable housing has never been more critical. The rippling of abortion bans throughout the country has left millions grappling to find the nearest clinic. As a result, countless individuals are traveling thousands of miles seeking a life-changing procedure. In fact, the nation's leading abortion hotline reported a 195% increase in hotel room bookings in the year following the overturn of Roe v. Wade. Let me tell you a story about Alicia that I will never forget. A 25-year-old mother of 3 spent weeks anticipating her abortion procedure. Much like most patients, Alicia was secure in her decision to terminate the pregnancy. If it continued, she would be faced with the threat of poverty for having another mouth to feed, an abusive partner who would now have a reason to stay in her life, and not to mention the threat of death while giving birth, considering the alarming maternal mortality rate in her home state of Georgia. Alicia was ready. That is, until she found out she was further along in her pregnancy than she thought. This happened very often in the clinic, which required a multi-day procedure and for the patient to come back. But this changed everything for Alicia, who lived 6 hours away. Like Alicia, countless patients are juggling airfare, hotel stays, and risking their employment for days they'll miss while traveling across the country. KJ Services is a corporate housing company dedicated to providing comfortable and convenient stays for traveling abortion patients. We're not just any corporate housing firm, we're a beacon of hope in a challenging environment. Our 5-star amenities, 24/7 guest support, and personalized touch in each unit sets us apart in a crowded market. My name is Kashay Jackson, CEO of KJ Services and a longtime advocate within the abortion movement. For 7 years, I've worked alongside abortion providers, patients, and countless organizations to support the movement. Since 2021, KJ Services has been reshaping what it means to provide tangible support for the most targeted populations in reproductive health, Black and Brown abortion patients, often low income, and from rural areas. Currently, we have leases in Raleigh, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and openings in Atlanta, Georgia. And now, onto our business model. We support patients like Alicia who face a lack of financial resources and added stress for unexpected hurdles, like seeking housing. We serve them with a business-to-business model by leasing properties, curating them to meet our high standards, and then renting them out to partner organizations and abortion funds at premium. While traditional hotels and platforms like Airbnb and VRBO offer temporary housing solutions, they lack the discretion, consistency, and specialized amenities that these unique travelers require. No longer would the patient need to source their own housing or disclose their purpose for traveling. For investors looking to join the mission of expanding abortion access, our proposition is enticing. With an investment of $100,000, we're on board 2 dedicated associates to elevate our customer support and expand our reach with 4 new corporate lease apartments. Just $40,000 allocated for these new properties could cover the acquisition costs, furnishings, professional cleaning, and quality design. Based on our current performance and projected growth, we have the opportunity to serve upwards of 2,500 patients per year. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope you join us in making a tangible difference. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kashay, for your dedication to ensuring women feel comfortable and safe. Now, let's turn our attention to a name that's likely familiar to those who know Watson, Dwayne. Dwayne is no stranger to our mission and vision. He is not only an integral part of our team, but also a proud Watson alumni. Currently serving as our Associate Vice President of Programs, Dwayne leads our program implementation team for Watson Institute's Accelerator and Fellowship programs. His dedication ensures the highest standards of programmatic quality and impact. It is a pleasure to have him here with us at Summit, and please join me in welcoming Dwayne.
Hello, friends, colleagues, and fellow entrepreneurs. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us today at the Watson Institute Venture Accelerator Summit. It is an absolute pleasure to be here once again, not as your host, but as the Associate VP of Programs at Watson Institute. Now, I have to start by extending my heartfelt thank you to the incredible Evie for orchestrating this remarkable virtual event. Evie, your dedication and passion for fostering a great community knows no bounds, and I am truly honored to be part of this event. A quick and special shout out to the program managers, coordinators, and the entire team for supporting this group of fellows. As I sit here today, virtually in Miami, I can't help but reminisce about the days when I had the immense pleasure of emceeing this event. But today, we're not here just to reminisce, we're here to celebrate, to congratulate the extraordinary fellows who have successfully completed the Watson Institute Venture Accelerator program. You have climbed the entrepreneurial mountain, and now, my friends, you have reached the summit. It feels like yesterday when we all met at the Immersive, doesn't it? We embarked on this thrilling journey together, eager to learn, grow, and connect with like-minded individuals. And oh, what a journey it has been. The friendships, the brainstorming session, the highs, and the occasional lows, all of these experiences have molded you into the remarkable entrepreneurs you are today. And guess what? This summit may mark the culmination of program, but you are part of the Watson community for life. This incredible community is here to serve you, support you, and cheer you on each step of the way. So let's not dwell too much on the past because your future as entrepreneurs is incredibly bright. Together, we're taking the world by storm. Before we dive into exciting sessions ahead, let's take a trip down memory lane, shall we? Let's relive some of the unforgettable moments from the immersive with a highlight reel that will remind us why we embarked on this journey in the first place. Take care, everyone, and I look forward to following your journeys on LinkedIn. Evie, roll the clip.
Thank you, Dwayne, for your words of encouragement and wonderful introduction to the immersive recap video. As we gather here today, celebrating the conclusion of an incredible 16 weeks of impact, it is special to see where it all started at Immersive. As Lalas mentioned at the beginning of this event, this was Watson's first parallel immersive in Hangzhou, China, and Boulder, Colorado. The next summit presenter was not only at the Boulder Immersive, but has traveled across the continent of Africa with a mission to transform the way we think about food systems and eradicate hunger. He is passionate about building sustainable food systems that provide nutritious, delicious, and affordable food products. Taylor, a Jane Strode Miller Fellow, empowers entrepreneurs to make a difference. If you're ready to take a bite out of global hunger, Taylor is here to show you the menu. Taylor, the spotlight is on you.
Hi, I'm Taylor Quinn, and I'm obsessed with nutritious, low-cost food. For the last 7 years, I've been focusing my energy on answering the question, is it possible to create a world where every family everywhere lives in a food system that's built on 4 pillars, where food is nutritious, where food is delicious, food is local, and where food is, most importantly, affordable? On March 23, 2016, I was sitting in a pediatrician's office at the hospital hardest hit by Ebola in my new home of Monrovia, Liberia, with kids dying of starvation lining the hallways outside of this pediatrician's office. And the pediatrician, Dr. Jude, he explained to me, he said, look, Taylor, despite the medical nutrition interventions from organizations like UNICEF and the Red Cross, kids are dying of starvation because affordable, nutritious food is not available in local markets. At Tailored Food, we work to address the root cause of why food systems are failing those kids lining the hallways outside of Dr. Jude's office. Ever since that day, 7 years ago, I've been obsessed with developing nutritious, low-cost food that is accessible to families living in extreme poverty, not only in Liberia, but now in 18 countries across the world. So this work is especially important today, given the rise of processed food in developing countries. That's created a dynamic where obesity and diabetes is sitting right alongside kids dying of starvation. It's something called the double burden of malnutrition. And I hear all the time, from players in the industry I work, nutritious food is too expensive. Poor people only care about full stomachs. They don't care about flavor and taste. And unfortunately, these things are not actually true. These experts are wrong, and I've seen firsthand that we need an entirely new model to address hunger. A model that would be based on 4 pillars, where food is nutritious, where food is delicious and culturally relevant, where food is affordable, and where food is local. And over the last 7 years, I've learned a couple different things, of building food systems based on these 4 core pillars. Number 1, moms care a lot about health and nutrition, but they often can't afford the expensive nutritious food options, products like Cerelac and other kind of infant formulas if their kid, if they aren't able to breastfeed, or other nutritious food options as their children grow. Number 2, food companies are making record-breaking profits selling unhealthy food to the lowest income families. And so there is clearly a business model here, right? And number 3, it's not only possible, but it is actually profitable to sell nutritious, delicious food to the lowest income families. Our team at Tailored Food does this work directly with grassroots, primarily female entrepreneurs in some of the countries hardest hit by malnutrition. And we also do this work with some of the world's biggest food system organizations, including players like UNICEF, the Gates Foundation, the UN World Food Program, Unilever, Impossible Foods, and many others. And we have a 3-part sustainable business model with all of our grassroots entrepreneur partners running profitable businesses. So everything we do, this is not charity, this is a complete social enterprise. And so over the years of doing this work, taking a food anthropology approach, what sets us apart from other organizations is our bottom-up approach. We get into the informal markets, into households, into schools, into some of the most dangerous, complex places in the world like Somalia, South Sudan, Haiti, to figure out what does it take to actually build a better food system. So in Liberia, what it takes is a line of fermented and flavored cassava-based porridges. In Congo, cassava-based protein bars packaged in locally harvested banana leaves instead of plastic. And you can see that product here, which is basically, honestly, like a Congolese-style Cliff Bar, made and based on a 200-year-old Congolese recipe. So taking indigenous food trends and creating food products based on them. In Mozambique, nutritious low-cost peanut butter. In Cameroon, locally sourced nutritious porridge. And, we don't just make good food products, but we market them using the same tactics that big food companies would use. We've had support from organizations like the Gates Foundation, who have funded a research study measuring the impact of our work and finding that truly 100% of consumers living in extreme poverty view our products as affordable. At Tailored Food, we believe it is actually possible to achieve zero hunger by 2030 with food that is nutritious, food that is delicious, food that is local, and food that is affordable. So will you join us on this journey? Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor, for your unwavering dedication to not only affordable, but nutritious and delicious food. Now, let me introduce you to Ceci, a Mike and Christine Miles Fellow and trailblazer in higher education, empowering students to take control of their academic journeys. She's putting students in the driver's seat by helping them track their progress towards graduation and removing barriers to degree completion. If you're ready to navigate your educational path with confidence, Ceci is here to lead the way. Ceci, take the floor.
Hello, and thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation. My name is Ceci, and I'm a transfer international student with 2 majors, 1 minor, and also did the first semester of my master's program at the University of Arizona, which means at some point I had 5 different academic advisors who did not communicate. So information got lost in translation, which delayed my graduation, and I had to pay close to $17,000 out of pocket. But I'm not alone. 60% of undergraduate students do not graduate on time, and they pay thousands and thousands of dollars to cover the cost, in addition to opportunity costs such as lost wages and having to take out additional student loans. So we are COSIR, and we help students track their progress towards graduation, saving them time and money. Essentially, we are the GPS system for navigating college. Unlike our competitors, our features, which are some are currently existing and some are newly created, are key to boosting student engagement and the lack of guidance. It includes what-if reports that help students view their commitment for each major and minor before committing to it. And it also includes a graduation tracker whereby students can view whether they're on time, behind, or early to graduate. Our wireframe prototype has been vetted by over 200 college students and 80 academic advisors across 10 different institutions in 3 different states. And based on their feedback, COSIR addresses several issues, including lack of guidance, low student engagement, and also the complex and inefficient systems that currently exist. Our target market is a $34 billion US edtech market, of which mainly we'll be targeting the Arizona region because that is where we will be incorporated. Our customers include universities and community colleges with low retention rate, low student satisfaction, and low graduation rate. The end users being the academic advisors and undergraduate students, mainly transfer, international, and first generation. To bring COSIR to market, we first approached universities with our prototype to initiate a semester-long paid pilot program where we aim to reach 10% student body adoption to prove credibility, feasibility, and desirability, and thereafter we'll establish a long-term contract. In the process of reaching this 10% student body adoption, we will utilize a student ambassador program. And mainly our target student ambassadors will be leaders in affinity groups such as Greek life sororities and fraternities. And we expect them to have a large social media presence and also be seeking financial need so as for our scholarship incentive to be effective. And they must also be seeking a semester-long internship in either marketing or sales. We believe we're the best team to do this given the diversity of our experience. Noah has experience running his own e-commerce startup. Natalia has professional experience in marketing. I have experience in heading operations for the largest gym chain in the US. Nui has experience managing information systems and copywriting. Our 2 mentors include Mike Mouse, who's a former VP of Microsoft and brings that software experience, and William Casper, who's our designated mentor through the Watson program. We estimate that we need about $500,000 in pre-seed, of which I'm happy to announce that we are 2% on our way there. Mainly this will go towards software development. Based on our financial projections, we aim to break even in 3.5 years, of which our customer acquisition cost is about $25,000 based on our competitors, and we estimate a lifetime value of $1.5 million with a gross margin of 60%, and we'll be charging about $120 per user per year. And this is also based on our competitors' pricing system. To measure our success rate, we will measure the adoption and the recurring usage of our software, and then we'll also measure advisor availability, whereby they're discussing non-scheduling topics, and we'll also have students self-report their satisfaction and also track graduation rates. So we ask that you join us as a mentor or as an investor as we change the course of higher education. Thank you.
Sassy, thank you for your transformative work in higher education. Before we move on to our final 2 pitches, I would like to shout out a fellow who is a testament to the impact of Watson Institute's Venture Accelerator flagship program. Please join me in welcoming Gianna, a Jane Strode Miller Fellow who will be sharing her reflections on the past 16 weeks. We are so grateful to have you here, Gianna.
Hi, my name is Gia Biaggi, and I'm from Sonoma County, California, and I'm the founder of Magnolia Project, a career-connected middle and high school program in rural Northern California. We're a career technical education, or CTE-focused nonprofit organization that partners with rural school districts to build internship and externship pathways into the school day. This year, we are on track to serve 220-plus students throughout Northern California and recently received a $200,000 grant from New Schools Venture Fund to support the scaling of our work. It's been incredibly meaningful to participate in the Watson Institute Venture Accelerator program thanks to the generous support of my sponsor and Watson Institute's board chair, Jane Miller. Entrepreneurship can often be lonely, confusing, and new, but with the Venture Accelerator, I found a community of like-minded peers who I can lean on when things are totally upside down, and advisors who truly understand what it's like to walk in my shoes. Conversations and advice from the Watson team and my preceptor have guided everything from my hiring process and board recruitment to fundraising and scaling strategy. I feel so incredibly fortunate to have access to an amazing network of mentors, thought leaders, and friends who have not only provided insight and direction as I build out the Magnolia Project, but have also made my own journey so much more positive and enjoyable. I am so grateful to have participated in the Venture Accelerator program, and I'm forever grateful to the Watson team for supporting me during a pivotal point in my career as a founder and entrepreneur. My only regret is that I didn't apply to the fellowship sooner when I needed it even more. Thank you, Watson. Seriously, thank you for equipping me with the skills to serve 220 rural students throughout Northern California. You've made my life and the lives of my students and countless others in our community so much better.
Thank you, Gianna, for your kind words. Your dedication to the program is truly inspiring. Up next, I am pleased to introduce you to Wanqing, an Enlight China Fellow who is a passionate advocate for raising awareness about eating disorders and promoting healthy lifestyles. She's on a mission to make information on eating disorders approachable and amiable. Wanqing helps people identify risks and offer support for a healthier life. If you are ready to embrace a healthier you, Wanqing is here to guide you. Wanqing, it's your moment.
Hello everyone, I'm Wanqing, a mental health researcher at Harvard University. When I was a teenager, I didn't like my body shape, and I was very self-conscious. I tried to work quietly in school, afraid that people might judge me. Those behaviors were totally unnecessary, but when I was a teenager girl, that was how I behaved every single day. Not being happy with your body shape and going on diets can actually lead to eating disorders, which are serious and can be fatal. In fact, eating disorders are serious mental health illnesses, and they have the highest mortality rate. In my home country, China, millions of women, especially young girls aged from 13 to 25, might be facing these problems. First, there are very few places to get help. China, with over 1 billion people, has only 2 clinics for eating disorders, and they're always full. Second, mental health treatment can be costly because insurance doesn't cover most of it. And lastly, many people hesitate to seek help due to fear of judgment. Dieting and body image issues are common, so few people understand how serious it can be. To address these issues in eating disorders, or ED for short, we launched ED Healer in 2020. We're a peer-based grassroots organization, and we mainly do 3 things. First, we help connect people to medical help. Second, we teach about eating disorders in schools and online. And third, we try to fight against the stigma around eating disorders by providing warm peer support. And now, let's take a look at how it works. In the middle, ED Healer is a bridge between our customers and the resources they need. Our service can be divided into 2 parts, treatment and prevention. On the left, we actively communicate with mental health centers, NGOs, and research academia and update our audience with the latest information on treatment availability. On the right, we have listed our collaborators on eating disorders prevention, including art museums and galleries, consumer goods including food industry and fashion, as well as colleges and schools. We host art and educational activities to promote healthy eating behaviors and body shape acceptance, which further contributes to disease prevention. Prevention is the key, and we'd really love to get your help to connect us with more companies and schools to reach a larger audience. ED Healer started with just 1 person in Shanghai who had been through eating disorders. Now, we have more than 50 volunteers from 7 countries. Our 3 co-founders have expertise in art, academia, and operational management, and our members contribute to one of the 4 teams, including strategy and business development, education, art, or operation. Looking back at my teenager years, I wish ED Healer had been there for me. We've already assisted over 100,000 people, and we're committed to helping even more. Support us to make a life-changing difference. Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing your story, Wanqing. Now let's turn our attention to our final pitch of the day. A visionary who is not only making waves in climate action, but also redefining entertainment and conservation in Uganda. Desire, a Luff Fellow, provides an opportunity for humanitarian workers around the world to spend their holidays productively in Africa. Curious to know more? Me too. Desire, the stage is yours.
My name is Budia Desire from Uganda, and I'm the founder of Reconnecting with Nature. Reconnecting with Nature is a reality TV show that supports humanitarian workers around the world to reverse post-traumatic stress disorders without compromising their passion of making the world a better place. A research conducted in 2022 by the Office of Uganda's Ambassador for Women and Girls under the topic Balancing Compassion, Navigating Emotional Toll, and Mental Well-being in Humanitarian Work revealed that humanitarian work can be emotionally draining, as those who sacrifice work for humanity are often exposed to traumatic situations, emotional exhaustion, and burnout, and face challenges in maintaining their own mental health and well-being. They live for others and forget about themselves. For example, in 2014, a teenage girl called Esther Nakajigo donated her university tuition and started a community non-for-profit health facility to help child mothers. As her peers were busy catching the latest movies in town, Essie was in communities looking for another girl to save. She worked so hard and became a 2019 Watson Scholar. She was a selfless star. While trying to regain her lost self at Arches National Park in Utah in 2020, Essie lost her life at a tender age of 25. Reconnecting with Nature is a special tribute to the beautiful soul of Essie and a dedication to save thousands of other humanitarian workers around the world battling PTSD. Reconnecting with Nature is a proof of concept, 2 weeks reality TV experience involving 14 scientifically crafted expeditions. The aim is to reverse the impact post-traumatic stress disorders place on humanitarian workers. Expeditions include forest bathing retreat, animal-assisted therapy, African storytelling, among other amazing expeditions. My project is magical because it provides more than ordinary vacations by investing in quality PTSD healing journey, while every penny spent goes to making the world a better place. Moreover, participants come as humanitarian workers and victims and live with the title of Ambassador of Nature. This is my business model. 1 reality TV show, 20 participants, each contributing $5,000 to engage in 14 healing expeditions. Upon their return to the US, they'll use their recorded experiences to fundraise for $500,000. This money will be used to improve vulnerable communities where these expeditions took place, targeting 100,000 beneficiaries annually. So how does all this work? Usually, we issue a call for applications in November. In February, we notify the successful applicants. In March, we organize a fundraiser event for participants to fundraise for their participation fees. In July and August, we hold Reconnecting with Nature expeditions. And then in November, our ambassadors of nature back in the US organize a fundraiser event on the Thanksgiving Day. And then a new season is launched. Reconnecting with Nature is quite different. While it provides a blend of leisure and tourism and reverses the consequences of PTSD, it amazingly attaches humanitarian workers to long-term new communities where they create smiles on faces of people who couldn't smile before. This is my team. Budia Desire, the founder, Ambassador Professor Badru Donkatrega, founder of Kampala University and the president of the project, Dr. Martin Biaba, the medical doctor, Robin Ruff, the financial secretary, Wilson Jaga, the chief of party, and the project was inspired by Esther Nakajugo. My ask is for support to build a project website. This will enable humanitarian workers around the world to discover their lost self. We have already consulted Breadrich LLC in Florida that has requested for $4,787 for website essentials, $420 for hosting, and $4,999 for visibility and traffic. In total, my ask is for $10,206 to launch my project in November 2023 for humanitarian workers in the US. To raise this money, I'm setting up a GoFundMe page and I'm kindly requesting for your support. I believe we can make this work. Always remember, in the relentless pursuit of humanity's betterment, a silent crisis unfolds. Therefore, let's ensure that those who dedicate their all to help others get the support they need to shine brighter.
Thank you, Desire. I cannot wait to tune into Reconnecting with Nature. Everyone, we have scaled the mountain and reached the summit. I want to take this moment to express my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you who played a pivotal role in making the 2023 Venture Accelerator a reality. To the remarkable fellows, thank you for generously sharing your wisdom and passion, setting an inspiring example for all of us. To our dedicated fellowship sponsors and partners, your unwavering support fuels our mission and represents a commitment to a future built on principles of innovation and empathy. I want to remind you that what you've witnessed today is merely a glimpse into the brilliance of the fellows in this program. Please be sure to keep an eye out for a thank you for attending email, where you'll find more details about the other exceptional fellows and how you can connect with and support them. Always feel welcome to reach out to the Watson team to learn more about how you can get involved and support the fellows' initiatives. Cultural anthropologist Margaret Mead pointed out, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Thank you for protecting the courage of the fellows. And I look forward to welcoming you to the next summit powered by Watson Institute in December 2023. Goodbye, see you then.